Hello, and a warm welcome to all of you, the future leaders of the hospitality industry. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a final exam that's, well, pretty different. This isn't about just memorizing facts from a book. Oh no, it's about proving you have what it takes to really thrive in the super fast-paced, high-stakes world of hotel management. So let's get into it and break down the anatomy of this unique assessment.
So that brings us to the big question, right? How do you actually forge a hotel leader? I mean, it's so much more than what you can learn from a textbook. It's really about building resilience when you're under pressure, staying precise when everything feels chaotic, and, truly understanding what makes a hotel tech. This assessment, this is the crucible where those qualities are really forged.
Okay, let's dive into what this actually is. We call it the Property Management System Final Assessment, or PMS for short. And honestly, the best way to think about it is like a flight simulator, but for hoteliers. It's this super realistic environment where you get to navigate complex situations, make those critical calls, and even make a few mistakes, all without any real-world consequences. It's the ultimate place to put your skills to the test.
So here's our game plan for this explainer. We're going to dissect this whole thing from every angle. We'll kick things off with the proving ground itself, then we'll follow the entire guest journey from check-in to check-out. After that, we'll sneak behind the scenes to the strategic back office, look at the connected ecosystem of all the tech, and then we'll wrap up with what is absolutely the most critical piece of the puzzle, the human element.
All right, first up, the proving ground. This is where the rubber really meets the road. It's specifically designed to be that bridge between all the theory you learn in the classroom and the crazy, unpredictable reality of actually running a hotel day to day.
And believe me, this isn't some simple multiple-choice quiz. It's a full-blown, comprehensive evaluation. We're testing you on everything, from the absolute basics of the PMS and front office tasks, all the way to the big strategic decisions you'd make in the back office. We even throw in tricky system integrations, automation challenges, and of course the non-negotiables like data compliance and just top-notch guest service.
Okay, let's shift gears and talk about the guest journey. This is the front line, right? It's where every single interaction, every little detail really counts. This assessment simulates all those crucial moments with incredible realism, because this is where a hotel's reputation is either made or broken.
And it all starts the second a booking request hits the system. You have to handle that whole reservation process perfectly. And that's not just about typing fast, it's about paying attention to the details. Did you notice their special request? Did you give them the right room type? Is their profile totally up to date? Every single step matters.
And then you've got the two big moments, check-in and check-out. Here the focus really shifts to being efficient and financially accurate. Can you process a payment securely while making sure their loyalty benefits get applied? Can you look at a guest's bill, their folio, and get it reconciled perfectly? And crucially, does the room status get updated instantly so housekeeping knows what's up? A smooth flow here is absolutely essential.
Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting. We don't just see if you can do the tasks, we see if you can do them under pressure. So, picture this. You've got an unhappy guest standing at the front desk. They're telling you there's a mistake on their bill from the restaurant. The clock's ticking, other guests are watching. What do?
See, the key here isn't just about fixing a number in the computer. It's all about what we call service recovery. Can you calm the guest down and manage their frustration? Can you work with the restaurant team to get to the bottom of it? Can you actually turn this negative experience into a positive one? Now that is the real art of hospitality.
All right, so let's move away from the guest-facing stuff for a minute and head into the engine room of the hotel, the strategic back office. This is the nerve center where the long-term health and profitability of the entire property are managed. This slide nails the difference perfectly. You've got two totally different mindsets at play. The front office is all about the here and now. It's immediate, it's guest-facing, it's one transaction after another. But the back office, that's about the big picture. It's analytical, it's strategic, and it's all about the long-term success of the hotel.
So for instance, you might get a report that looks something like this. And you'd have to ask, where is our money actually coming from? Are we getting enough direct bookings? Or are we relying way too much on online travel agencies? The OTAs. Answering these questions means you're using the PMS not just as a data entry machine, but as a powerful strategic tool to boost revenue.
So these are the core skills we're looking at. We're talking about managing your inventory, adjusting your rates on the fly based on what the market's doing, running reports to see how different departments are performing, and making sure all the financials are perfectly balanced.
This is the strategic foundation that makes all that great guest service possible.
You know, in today's world, no piece of hotel tech works all by itself. And that brings us to the connected ecosystem. Success really depends on making sure all of your different systems are speaking the same language without a single hiccup. You really have to start thinking of the PMS as the hotel's digital hub. It's like the central nervous system. It connects every other piece of technology in the building and makes sure information is flowing exactly where it needs to go, when it needs to get there.
And we're talking about everything, from the restaurant's point-of-sale system to the sales team's CRM to the accounting software, and of course, all those online travel agencies that feed you bookings. You know, a charge from the bar has to show up on the guest bill instantly. A new booking from an OTA has to update your availability everywhere, in real time. It all has to work together.
The goal here is actually pretty simple to say, but it's really complex to pull off. Absolute data consistency. The assessment will test your ability to spot and fix integration problems, because even one tiny inconsistency can cause a massive headache, like an overbooking, a billing dispute, or a complete service failure.
And that brings us to our final section, and honestly, it's the most important one. The human element. Look, you can have the fanciest technology in the world, but it's totally useless without a skilled, thoughtful, and precise person at the controls. This is about so much more than just knowing which buttons to click.
So here's a peek at how we actually measure success. Accuracy? That's a given. It has to be perfect. Efficiency shows that you've mastered the system. Problem-solving proves you can think on your feet when things go wrong. And compliance shows you understand the rules of the road. We're really looking for a strong balance across all four.
And when we talk about compliance, it is absolutely non-negotiable. This covers everything from how you handle private guest data and securely process payments, to following the hotel's standard operating procedures to the letter. In this industry, trust is our most valuable currency, and we earn it by being meticulous about compliance.
But the assessment isn't over when the timer goes off. There's a super critical final step, reflection. You have to go back, review your own performance, pinpoint your mistakes, and, this is the most important part, propose how you could do better next time. This is what builds that mindset of continuous learning that defines a true professional.
In this quote right here, it really sums up the whole philosophy. By giving you this controlled, practical place to learn, we make sure that you're not just familiar with the system, but you are genuinely prepared to handle real-world challenges. And the result of all that? Higher standards of efficiency, better accuracy, and ultimately, an amazing experience for every single guest who walks through the door.
So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Sure, technology runs the modern hotel, but who runs the technology? This flight simulator, this test, it isn't really about mastering a piece of software. It's about mastering the art and science of service itself.